Once upon a time, in a busy town full of noise and lights, there lived a little mouse named Timmy. Timmy was clever, neat, and always wore a tiny blue hat. He loved the city life fast, bright, and full of delicious smells. One morning, while cleaning his tiny apartment, he found an old photo. It was his cousin Toby, the country mouse. Timmy smiled. "It's been so long since I saw him," he thought. "Maybe it's time to visit the countryside again." He packed his small bag with cheese, a map, and his favorite scarf. "I'll surprise Toby. He'll be so happy to see me." After a long ride on a dusty train, Timmy stepped out. The air was thick with the smell of grass and earth. He wrinkled his nose. "Ugh, it smells like dirt and cows. How do mice live in such a place?" Still, he followed the winding path through the fields until he reached a tiny wooden house under an apple tree. "Toby, it's me, Timmy," he called out. Out came a cheerful mouse with a straw hat and muddy paws. "Timmy, what a surprise," Toby said, jumping with joy. Come in, come in. What brings you all the way from the city?" "I just missed you," said Timmy, "and I wanted to see how you live out here in the wild." "You must be tired," said Toby kindly. "Go freshen up. I'll prepare something special for you." Timmy washed his face with the cool well water but grumbled. "This water is so little. In my city, water flows from the tap all day." When he came out, Toby had laid out food: sweet potatoes, beetroots, turnips, and a cup of fresh milk. "Come sit, cousin," said Toby proudly. "It's all fresh from the garden." Timmy looked at the food and frowned. "That's what you eat here? No cheese, no bread, no butter? How boring." Toby looked a little hurt, but smiled politely. "It may be simple, but it's healthy and fresh." After dinner, Toby said, "Come, let me show you my farm. You'll love it." They walked through fields of peas, carrots, and flowers. The air smelled clean and sweet. Timmy sniffed. "Ugh, that compost pile stinks. My city never smells like this." Toby chuckled. "That smell is life, cousin. It's the scent of nature and hard work." Timmy shook his head. "Honestly, Toby, I don't know how you live like this eating roots, surrounded by bugs." He leaned closer and whispered, "Come to the city with me. I'll show you real-life cheese, cakes, and luxury." Toby hesitated, then smiled shyly. "Maybe I should. I've never seen the city before." "Perfect," said Timmy. "You'll love it. You'll forget all about this dirty old farm." The next morning, they hugged goodbye. "Thank you for everything, Toby. See you in the city." A few days later, Toby packed his tiny bag with nuts and cheese and began his journey to town. As he entered the city, his eyes widened. Wow! So many tall buildings, so many lights. But then honk, honk, cars rushed by. Toby's heart raced. So noisy, so scary. Finally, he found Timmy's home, a tiny hole inside a fancy restaurant wall. "Welcome, cousin," Timmy shouted. "You made it. Come inside, you must see my house." Inside were soft beds made of napkins, shiny silver spoons, and crumbs of cheese everywhere. Soon, servants set a grand table. Timmy's eyes sparkled. "Tonight, you'll eat like a king." The food smelled heavenly: pasta, toast, butter, cheese, milk, peanut butter, and cake. Toby took a tiny bite of cheese. Delicious. "You're right, cousin, city life is amazing." But suddenly, footsteps, heavy footsteps. A servant entered the room with a broom. "You filthy little creatures, out of here." The mice panicked and ran. "Quick, hide," shouted Timmy. They dove under the table. Toby's heart pounded fast. "Is this how you live, cousin? Running for your life every meal?" Timmy laughed nervously. "Don't worry, He'll leave soon, then we'll feast again. After the man left, Timmy said, "Come on, let's go out. I'll show you something better." They sneaked into the night and reached a big department store. This place has every food you can imagine. But before Toby could answer meow, a huge cat appeared, eyes glowing in the dark. "Run!" yelled Timmy. They dashed behind shelves as the cat's paws slammed down beside them. Toby's tiny heart thumped like a drum. "I can't do this. I'm not made for this life." When the cat finally left, Toby saw a strange metal thing with cheese inside. "What's that?" he asked. "That, my friend," said Timmy, "is a mousetrap. If you touch the cheese, it kills you." Toby trembled. "Oh no! Every bite here could be my last." He looked around at the shining lights and dark corners. "Cousin, I've had enough. I miss my garden, my peace, my fresh air. I'd rather eat simple food than live in fear." Timmy's face softened. "I understand, Toby. Maybe I forgot what real happiness feels like." The next morning, Toby packed his bag again. "Goodbye, cousin. Thank you for showing me your world." Timmy hugged him tightly. "And thank you for reminding me of what really matters." As Toby walked back home, the air grew quiet, the stars twinkled, and his heart felt light. He reached his little house under the apple tree and smiled. Home sweet home. He took a bite of a fresh carrot, watching fireflies dance in the dark. Peace tastes better than cheese. From that day on, Toby lived happily. No fancy meals, no noise, no fear, just joy and calm. And Timmy? Sometimes he would visit the countryside again to enjoy a quiet nap under the apple tree. Both cousins had learned something priceless. Peace is worth more than gold. And that's why even the smallest home, filled with love and safety, can feel like the grandest palace in the world. The end.